Here at the Spinery, we run a fun, European-based vitalistic wellness center that's probably different than anything we've ever experienced.
I was diagnosed with a skin disease, but it was incurable. So I was offered a couple of treatments, mainly steroids, aggressive dose of steroids, which would maybe clear up the effects of it on my skin, the visual impact of it.
I was suffering from chronic migraine. I had suffered from them for over 20 years, and it was a hereditary thing in our family, but I just had come to breaking point and had to try something.
In 1985 I injured my back, ruptured a disc, and I seen numerous doctors, and I was asked to live with it as long as I could, because the success rate was only about 60% in operations. So I lived with it until about 1995, and I had an operation on either L4 or L5 in 95.
So I arrived up, I made an appointment, not knowing what to expect. I came along, I didn't tell them that I had any issues. I just wanted them to examine me, and I wanted them to tell me what they thought was going on.
Prior to going to see Lawrence, I had been seeing a neurosurgeon in Vincent's private hospital, and he had me on the highest strength preventative medication for migraine. It wasn't doing anything for me. The last visit I had with him, he said, "We've given you everything on. We have the highest dose preventative medication plus the highest strength of migraine form of painkiller, and it's doing nothing, so I really don't know what else to tell you."
I was still in pain on and off over the next number of years. Got a lot of physiotherapy on an ongoing
I've worked for Lawrence for 15 years, and I found him to be an excellent
Lawrence
chiropractor.
examined me very quickly, and within a few minutes adjusted my back. It was then I knew immediately that there was something going on. He knew what he was doing.
He changed people's lives. At the desk I would see
the thing that impressed me the most was before I even got my scan, Lawrence checked my back, and straight away he said to me, "Do you suffer from a lot of headaches, bad headaches?" And this to me was like, you know, I remember lying face down on the table and thinking, oh my God, you know?
Be okay for 5 or 6 hours, and then I'd step back.
There's something special about Lawrence. He has this gift that I've never seen.
I went down and hit 140 golf balls about an hour and a half later. A thing that would typically cause me a lot of back pain, but the following day I didn't have any back pain. So I knew something
after
substantial.
Three visits, I mean the third visit I had no migraine.
Happened.
No
Within
migraine.
a week and a half, he said to me, "Oh, that's getting better." And I said, "Well, what's that?" And he said, "Your liver, it was like a rock about a week and a half ago." So my liver. And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Does that affect my skin?" And there was then I told him about the skin disease, and he said, "Yes." He said, "Quite possibly that my issue was a liver problem as opposed to a skin disease."
Came up. I've just had 9 sessions now. I'm walking perfectly. A lot of the pain is eliminated. And by the time I have 20 sessions, he said...
When you come in our door, we put ourselves in your physical shoes.
To cut a long story short, that turned out to be the case. He freed up the nerves going to my liver. He helped me detox my liver, and within a year the disease was completely gone.
The incurable disease?
The incurable disease. So since then I've always made a point of coming back at least once a month to keep my my skeleton basically in alignment, keep my spine in alignment, which keeps my nervous system free from any of these interruptions. And to me, through all the various things that I've learned that this is by far the greatest way to maintain your health proactively.
And I have every success that I'll be perfect after the 20 visits. Any help that I can, talk to anybody, I'm always available. Thank you.
It's just like has benefits that I could talk about all day, from every organ in your body that benefits from having a nervous system that's working at its full potential, to your sleep, to your to your concentration, to your fitness, to your lungs, your kidneys, your heart, your liver. All these organs are working to their full potential because I get adjusted regularly. So yeah, I'm converted.
People say, oh, chiropractic, oh, I've heard this, I've heard that. Well, don't knock it till you've tried it, you know.
Yeah.
Certainly in my case, I was thinking of the same thing. I was thinking, but I will never regret, ever regret coming to your, I have to say, to be honest with you, never regret it.